Hi, my name is Boon. I'm a creative director for the Mortal Kombat team for Midway Games. Armageddon is basically the culmination of everything Mortal Kombat. You think of every single character that's been in a Mortal Kombat fighting game, all in one massive game with a huge single-player conquest mode, a creative fighter mode, which is one of the features we're most excited about, and a diversion that we call mortal-kombat.
There have been many powerful warriors throughout the millennia. But ages of mortal combat have begun to tear at the fabric of the realms. The critical...
In Mortal Kombat, we wanted to end a number of things, actually. We wanted to end this chapter of the story. We wanted to end, this is the last Mortal Kombat on this generation of consoles. And we also wanted to end this kind of fighting mechanic for Mortal Kombat. So on the next game, we're going to start new with, a bunch of brand new characters, a whole new fighting system, a new presentation with the new graphics and the new consoles, as well as a new control scheme to take advantage of some of the new technology available. So we thought it was a good time to kind of close this chapter and open a new one with every single, aspect of Mortal Kombat is going to be brand new.
It is done.
Conquest mode follows the adventures of Taven and his brother Dagon. You play the brother Taven, and basically you're awakened from this long dormant sleep that your parents put you into. When you wake up, you find out that you're in a bit of a competition with your brother to what you think is just you're going to be the next heir to the throne. But as you play the game, a lot more of the details of the story unfold. It becomes a much more of a serious adventure, and the game basically follows your adventures as you discover all these things and defeat and meet Mortal Kombat characters to the ultimate battle against Blaze at the very end of the game. The new Conquest mode is a huge expansion from the previous two Conquest modes. We really thought it was important to have a strong single-player experience, more than just playing against computer opponents. So Conquest mode is kind of like been this evolving adventure game that started with Deadly Alliance, which was a lot more just a kind of like a progression thing. With Deception, we expanded it, letting you actually control a character, run around, interact with Mortal Kombat characters, and be walking through this elaborate story. And with Armageddon, it's expanded even more so. There's a fighting mechanic, which is kind of has similar features to Shaolin Monks, and there's also a lot more of this kind of progressive hidden features that you keep unfolding in the game. So it's like a 5 or 6 hour experience, adventure game. It's almost its own game in its own right, but it's all tied into the Mortal Kombat fighting game because you play the fighting game as well as play this adventure game. We're very excited about it. In our creative fighter mode, when we first set out to make it, we really had no idea that it was going to become as elaborate of a mode as it is right now. We really wanted to be able to just dress a character, make them, pick between all this, your costumes and whatnot, name your character, name your, fighting style, and it became, way bigger than we expected. We're very excited about it, especially the prospect of taking your character online. So not only can you dress your character like you'd expect any create a character mode, but you can define their fighting style, define each one of their attacks, define the name of the fighting style, the name of your character, even a taunt phrase that your character says to the opponent when they win. And then the ultimate test is to see how your character fares against anybody else's character. So you go online and you're just playing random characters. It's a riot scene, just all of the obscure characters that people come up with, as well as characters that have, eerie resemblances to other superheroes or TV shows or history, whatever. Mortal Kombat since the first one, we've always had these kind of like side little diversions. They've always been very minor things that we call like Test Your Might, and then we would added a feature called Test Your Sight in Deadly Alliance, and then in Mortal Kombat Deception, we really expanded it by adding 2 kind of standalone games, chess combat and puzzle combat. They have nothing to do with the actual arcade fighting game, but they are what we call diversions. And we've taken that whole idea, to the 10th power now, where it's a free standalone game called Motor Combat. And if you kind of ask yourself, if I took Mario Kart and put Mortal Kombat characters in it and gave them super moves and fatalities, and you'd basically write the same game that we would write, and which is what we did. Scorpion has a spear, Sub-Zero shoots his ice, Jax pounds on the ground, and all these death traps. You could pretty much guess the kind of things you're going to be seeing in the game. It's a lot of fun. You can play online, as many as 8 people at the same time, or split screen on your own system. It's a riot.
Finish him! Sub-Zero wins.
The new fatality system in Armageddon is kind of like we wiped the slate clean in terms of what everybody knows about fatalities. Traditionally, they've always been one joystick button combination that you do, and then you just watch a show. And then now it's a lot more interactive. You have imagine yourself with a whole bunch of mini fatalities that you can perform, and you can string them together in any order that you want, but each one requires a button stick combination that you have to fire off in succession after each other. Each time you get to do a little less time to perform it, and so the really good players will get 5, 6, 7 part fatalities, and anybody can get like a 1-part fatality, towards circle or something like that, and but the really good players will get 8, 9, 10 part fatalities. It's a lot of fun. It makes it a lot more accessible, and it's a lot more creative for the player. Online is we're very excited about online in Armageddon because the multiplayer aspects of Motor Combat are just make the experience so much more fun when you're playing against 8 people all online. You basically hang out in this lobby, you just see these cars kind of driving in, and when you fill up to 8 players, you all go off and you race, and the experience of playing it with all of these projectiles, spears, and bumping people off bridges and knocking out, it's such a crazy experience. It's so fast, and when you're playing it online, it's unlike anything you've played before in terms of like a little kart racing game where you can't wait for people to play it. Mortal Kombat Armageddon is the culmination of everything Mortal Kombat. 60 plus characters, create your own character, play that character online, Conquest mode, single player adventure, and a diversion called Motor Combat, basically Mario Kart meets Motor Combat, all in one, coming out for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox October 9th, 2006.